So I got a lot of requests for this one. It's actually wild because I wasn't going to do it because I think it's such a broad stroke, but arthritis, because there's so many variables, right? We have psoriatic arthritis, we have rheumatoid arthritis, we have osteoarthritis, we have all kinds of things that happen. They're all labeled with this very generic term. Oh, you have arthritis. Your joints are stiff, you're aging. It's just normal part of it. It's not, by the way. Listen, I've been a doc for a long time, and arthritis is something I've seen a lot. And like, if you look at something like rheumatoid arthritis, and we can go through that. I'm just not going to do it this time. But the default treatment is methotrexate. Methotrexate is a chemotherapeutic drug, and they use it as an off-label treatment for flare-ups when you have rheumatoid arthritis. But what if you just fix the immune system? Just a thought. Yes, you can talk to me. I've got plenty of consultations and clients that I've done this with. So I hope somebody loses their mind, go, yeah, the doc that drinks a Coke. First of all, I'm probably 100 times more fit than you if you're saying that. Second of all, I've been through more than you, and I'm missing a lung, and I can still do more than you. And third, I have forgotten more than you will ever learn. And I come out here and I share it because I give a crap about people. You guys, there's a couple of people. I had this one lady come in. She's like, you send them to your storefront. I don't have a storefront, you stupid idiot. I own a company. I don't own a Sam Cart store. I own a real company, a bunch of them. So save it. And then you come out here and scream at us to take all this stuff, but you're no better than the other influencers. What makes you so different? Why should we listen to you? But you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to me at all. In fact, if your defense in my comments is to go and try and A, discredit, B, justify why you shouldn't listen to me, or C, go, you're just trying to peddle your stuff, I actually go, don't buy from Elite Biogenics. I don't give a shit. Don't buy, whatever. I know what I've got, and I know how good what we have is. However, go buy somewhere else. Don't buy it at all. Go back and take pharmaceuticals, get surgery, get chopped up, get poisoned. That's on you. I'm giving people that want the information all of the information to make a real decision based on real knowledge, not influencer, bro science. I'm a best-selling author, doctor bullshit that off because I'm stealing, quote unquote, their customers because I'm coming out here telling the truth and pissing all over their lies. I don't care if you buy my stuff or not. I care that you get the information. It's my moral duty to be able to share this with you guys. I don't keep secrets as far as knowledge or anything else goes. I just tell you, if you don't like human biology, then you need to take it up with God. But if you like to I had this one passive aggressive lady. I always love sharing these stories. She got sent me a long message going, this is an attack on you, and then just gave me this passive aggressive attack on me all the way through to the end. Why should we listen to you? And how come it says not for human usage? And where are all the studies for humans? And I'm trying to find out why I should listen to you and not everybody else. And why should I listen to you? You come out here and you scream at everybody. I don't scream at anybody. I'm very loud. That's just me. And you send us to your storefront. And why should we buy your products? I'm just trying to figure out why we should listen to you. Don't, you stupid broad. You can keep going. That is the beauty of this world, is you don't have to listen. I read a study where it showed that negative people who they're cynics and skeptics, and they're constantly negative and criticizing everybody else, looking for reasons to hate and be miserable, have incredibly low IQ. You're welcome, Karen. Here's your sign. So listen, let's go over arthritis because I have a webinar tonight. And by the way, listen, you want to know here, this is me directly marketing. I started the Black Card program because so many of you guys keep sending me messages going, what are the dosages? How do I do this? I need a protocol. Can I work with this? Can I work with that? I built a Black Card program. It is $5,997. Yes, you're going to pay for it. You know why? Because I had to pay with my life and my time. You can't buy that back. To learn all this stuff to help you, because I actually give a shit. I'm convinced that I'm the only doctor out here that actually does. You want to join? I had 100 spots. As of today, Amber told me there are less than 20 left. I opened this up 6 days ago. So first of all, thank you to everybody that joined the Black Card program. I promise I won't let you down. And we're going to do some epic shit for this year. And second of all, for those of you that want to join, you have less than 20 spots until it goes to $25,000 and $1,500 a month. And I will not come back down off that mountain. I'm going to tell you that right now, no matter how much you beg, no matter how much you say. I had one guy say, can I please make payments? Not a chance. I don't have any sympathy. I have nothing. You will go out and buy a big screen TV, a new computer system, video games, go on a vacation, go on a cruise, spend all kinds of money to big league somebody when you go to Disney, take some girl out and try and impress her for $5,000 in a night, but you won't do this for your own health. So you have the longevity to do all the things you love to do and take care of the machine that allows you to do all the shit that you complain about not being able to do that you wish you could do. Get out of here. I will never come back down that mountain. It's like working one-on-one with me. It is $100,000. It's gone up to $150,000 now to work one-on-one with me for a year. If that's what you want, send me a message. If not, that's totally okay. I won't lose any sleep over it. But this is the best thing. And before you ask, what do I get with this? You get access to me on Monday, one-on-one or not one-on-one. You get access to me on Monday, Q&A live. I stay on that call no matter how many people are on that call, 50, 60, 70, 80, 30, whatever's on there. And I answer every single question you've got about everything you need. I don't hold back. I don't gatekeep. I don't give vague answers. I am direct and to the point about every single damn thing you need. That is the only time you get access to me. I will not answer your questions during the week. I'm not going to message you. You don't get my home phone number for $6,000, not a chance. And the other access you get is to the archive of all of the calls I've ever done over 3 years, which is a lot in that Q&A call. Plus you get my Saturday call, which is the Spartan Live, which is my live call about fixing your limiting beliefs, your limiting mindset, which you all have. So if you go, I don't want any of that, then don't spend $6,000. If you want answers and someone to handhold you all the way through it, then you spend $6,000. Either way, it is 1 year. I'm not coming back down off that mountain. Don't ask for a refund. You'll never get one. All of this is important. You have direct access to all this stuff. It's probably the greatest thing you could ever do if you're interested in learning in this. If you aren't, then that's okay. Keep searching Google and keep figuring stuff out. I'm totally fine with that too. If you want to ask how I learned all this stuff, I went to all kinds of college to learn this, and then I've never stopped learning. You guys ask me what books I've read, 30 plus years of books. This is why you pay for the experience and the knowledge, because you don't have to go and spend all that time. I'm time collapsing your life. So there you go. That's my pitch. I don't care if you buy from Elite Biogenics or not. It doesn't matter to me. I want you to actually have the knowledge. But if you want real answers, then you need to sign up and do something about it. But here's the deal with arthritis, because like I said, it's 3:00. I got to turn and burn here. If you don't know, you don't know, but that is some Top Gun, the original quote right there. I feel the need for speed. All right. Pain is not your destiny, just so you know. It's not. It's not your destiny. You guys stop thinking that. Arthritis has been sold as something that is inevitable. It's just like the one I did about dementia. It's sold as being inevitable. All these disease processes, I'm going to unpack each one over the next, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, 5 years, 10 years. I'm going to keep unwinding this and smacking the living shit out of all the docs out there and the wannabe bestsellers who try and stitch my videos and pull it apart going, you know what you're doing? You're just showing that what you're trying to hide, the fact that you think your method is better. I'm giving mine away for free. You're charging people for it. What does that say about your lack of credibility? This is free. So when somebody goes and points out all these flaws, but they're charging you for it, I'll let you come to your own conclusion about that. I put my money where my mouth is. Do you, if you're challenging me? And if you want to come into my comments and open your mouth about anything other than thank you, I'll say it like I do every time. Shut your mouth and piss off. I'm coming out here to genuinely help people. If you don't like what I have to say or how I say it, go somewhere else. You're not wanted here. But pain is not your destiny. Arthritis is not your destiny. I know people that are 85 years old and they go, oh, it's genetics. That's why they didn't get arthritis. No, it's not. It's because they don't have catastrophic systemic failure and they're not doing stupid things. The grinding in your hips and your knees, the terrible twitching and creaking and bone on bone, that stiffness in your hands, all this, it's just getting older, bro. That's the summit of modern medicine, is to manage your suffering and mask it with pills that just demolish your gut, or in rheumatoid arthritis case, give you a chemotherapeutic drug designed to kill cells. Put this in your head. With an off-label use to shut down rheumatoid arthritis flare-ups. Now listen, I've never had a flare-up. I don't know how catastrophic that is. I don't know how it feels. I dated a girl a really, really long time ago whose mom had rheumatoid arthritis. And I know when she had a flare-up, it sucked. Now, she was also a little bit of a drama queen. So I also have no idea if it was really as bad as it was. But I'll tell you this, anybody I know, any patient I've ever talked about with RA, I don't know James Coburn, but I'm telling you, he looks like his hands are all gnarled, right? The ulnar deviation, everything. But the point is that if there's a way to mitigate that and get in the way or even reverse some parts of it, why wouldn't you do it? Why would you take a chemotherapeutic drug and keep pumping chemical cocktails into your system? And if you go, well, you're giving us cocktails, these are signals, you dipshit. These are things your body already does. I'm trying to mitigate the problem, not mask it and cover it up with a whole new one. I don't know what else to say. This is a doctor that actually cares, you guys. Like, I come out here and I love you so much. And some of you guys still just ignorant to that fact. They inject artificial lubricants that fade in 4 to 6 weeks and go, this is going to be great. Just to finally surrender to a man with a buzzsaw who wants to cut what's broken out and replace it with plastic and titanium and stainless steel. That is not a treatment plan. That is institutionalized surrender. And I'm going to tell you right now, you better fucking mutiny. That's it. You better. What do you got to lose? If you're in a position right now where you are on your way and they're going, well, you're going to need to have shoulder replacement, hip replacement, knee replacement in 5 years, do everything you can to make that 50. What do you have to lose? I mean, what if I told you that arthritis is not some life sentence that is just inevitable? It is what I just said. It is a biological systemic failure. I've talked about most disease processes you are going to find me telling you, that's what they are. This is just a big, giant, catastrophic failure in your joints. You've got tools, you've got stuff that just doesn't just manage the failure. It rebuilds the structure in the system and restores all your function. But people go, oh, yeah, but where's the testing? You're the guinea pig, you dunce. Listen, he's calling people names, real mature, bro. If you don't understand my character by now, you're never gonna. But you guys, and you're thinking that the people that are causing the problems are gonna save you. That is not the reality, man. I'm giving you the full blueprint, like the battle plan. It's a fucking strategy. You decide what you do with it. Don't listen to me. Give me the finger and keep on going. That's fine by me. Somebody's gonna hear this and go, all right. And they're going to have a better life than you if you didn't. Because the goal isn't to ease the symptoms. It's like biological victory is what you want. Yeah, let me explain what goes on when you get arthritis. Because if you think it is just decay and normal wear and tear, then why is it that one person gets it that is the same age as another person and that other person doesn't get it at all? Why is it that one person gets rheumatoid arthritis, but someone else doesn't get it? If you go, well, it's genetics. Really? I know people whose parents had RA, both. They didn't have it. They still don't have it. And they're in their 60s. What do you got now? Well, sometimes it skips a generation. All these stupid explanations. There's always an explanation. You know what? I don't have explanations as to why it doesn't work all the time. All the stuff I teach you and all the stuff I'm trying to educate you with and give you the information on works 100% of the time unless there's an outside factor that's acting on it that you aren't telling me about. Excuse me. It's like you guys that go, well, I was been on Regeneration. I'm at 4 milligrams every week and it's not working. Then you bought bunk and you did not get it from Elite. I promise you that. And if you say you did, I'll give you the address to go get the testing. Go to Chromate. It's in Arizona. Get it tested. And then you tell me, or New Hampshire rather. And then you tell me. And if they test it and it is bunk and it is our product, I'll pay for the whole fucking thing. Because I stand by what I say and do. Can everybody else do the same? You can't. So you have an inflammatory problem. Your immune system's gone rogue. It's launching basically friendly fire attack on your own damn tissue. You have a structural problem. The structure's destroyed, right? Cartilage, synovial fluid, pretty much the very architecture of the joint, crumbling, decaying, getting demolished. You have a metabolic problem. The cellular little power plants that your body needs to heal and do all the stuff, the energy, the healing tissue, all of the stuff that needs to happen, they're failing and starving tissue of the repair that's required. So now they're starving themselves. And then you have a pain signal. Yes, arthritis is incredibly painful. So your nervous system is locked in this feedback loop of nonstop agony. So you know what conventional medicine does? It hands you a little Dixie cup and some pills, gives you a drug like DMARD or some kind of biologic, and it tries to block the one inflammatory pathway. Yeah. I want you to go outside to your lawnmower, open the gas tank, soak a rag in gas, stick it in the gas tank, light it on fire, and then try and put it out by spitting on it. That's the logic. I'm going to keep using the same examples until you get it because they're easy to understand. My dad did a sermon one time. My dad was a preacher, and he's a good preacher. And he's a good storyteller, great storyteller, which makes a good preacher, right? It's like Josh Howerton. He's my preacher now over at Lake Point. Josh Howerton, right? It's where we got baptized. And my dad did the same sermon 3 weeks in a row. And at the end of week 3, he would always stand in his robe and his stuff that he wore at the end of the sanctuary, and he would say bye to everybody when they would leave the sanctuary. And some of the elders in the church finally were like, hey, dude, are you okay? You've done the same sermon. I got it the second time, but the third time, 3 weeks in a row, what's going on? He goes, and I'm going to keep doing it until you get it. Because that's him going, you're not paying attention. What do you think I'm doing? And you know what? If somebody says I'm like my dad, outside of taking handfuls of Tylenol and stuff that was preventable, I'll take it as a compliment. My dad was a great man. So if I can save somebody from going through any kind of hell and somebody challenges me for that, you come to my house, you stand in front of me face to face so I can knock your teeth in. How dare you get in the way of other people or challenge somebody trying to help? What is wrong with you, you toddler? So listen, you need to shut down. I could do this all day once I get started. But listen, here's the issue. You have an inflammatory problem. You always do. Doesn't matter whether it's rheumatoid, psoriatic, osteo. There's always an inflammatory component to arthritis because that's part of the pain problem. So the inflammatory problem you have to shut down because that's ground zero. This is your body that if it's a rheumatoid problem, the defenses have been tricked. They identify your own joint tissue as the enemy, and they release this flood of inflammatory cytokines, the same ones I always talk about: TNF alpha, IL-1 beta, IL-6. These are the chemical signals that turn your joints into a war zone. It doesn't just happen in rheumatoid arthritis, though. It happens in regular arthritis when you're like, oh, my joints, outside if you have, like, you pull on your fingers, if you have hepatitis, by the way, you get icteric, right? Your sclera gets icteric. This is your under your tongue's yellow. There's lots of things that you can see. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation. Just listen to me. When your joints are stiff and inflamed, that's what's happening. So the first thing you need to do is shut that down. My buddy Af is a special forces ranger sniper. No shit. This guy's a lethal dude, man. And we're sending in a bunch of guys like him to just mitigate the problem. KP, you know what? Let's go through all of this stuff one at a time, because I've list them off and then just keep going. Because honestly, like I said, it's 10 after 3. I got to go, but I'll make this quick. So KPD, it's not a drug, by the way, before you guys freak out and go, oh, it's just a drug, just like everything else. No, it's not. These are all signals. Everything I tell you about are signals. This is a fragment of a master hormone called alpha MSH. It goes directly to the command center of inflammation, the NF kappa B pathway, and it shuts it off. It says, no, you're done. Shut it off. It's like a precision Scud missile. You can tell how old I am because I talk about Scud missiles. It tells all of those rogue immune cells to just stand the hell down. It doesn't suppress your entire immune system, by the way, which would be incredibly problematic. It reprograms it, right? Look, this is the one some of you guys are going to lose your fucking minds. LDN, low dose naltrexone. This is like a neuro hack of just genius, because it'll be a micro dose. I mean, so small, hypothetically 3 to 4 milligrams oral at night, like just real light. But let me explain this. It briefly blocks the opioid receptors overnight. So your body, here's what happens. Your body panics and it responds when you do all this by upregulating. This is why it's pure genius. When it blocks those opioid receptors briefly, your body freaks out, flips the hell out, and it responds by upregulating its own production of endorphins and enkephalins, usually somewhere in the neighborhood of about 250 to 300%. It's a big number, just so we're clear. Those are your natural painkillers and immune modulators. So it's like the ultimate systemic reset. Now, do you see why I'm telling you to do this stuff? This is why understanding human biology and physiology matters. It calms the autoimmune response and it rebalances your entire immune function while you sleep. What else happens when you sleep? Lymphatic system does all its job. It gets all the tau proteins out, the amyloid plaques. Remember all the stuff I talked about? It's doing all the healing. This is why you want to do this stuff cyclical at a certain point of the day or the night, and why you want to put things together. The next part is you have a structure. So that's it. That's all you're going to take. Now that there's more to this. So there's more. I'm not done yet. Cartilage just isn't a cushion. It is living, breathing, functioning metabolic tissue, and it's been eroded and chewed up. Man, I'm going to drop such a bomb on this one at the end, because I'm going to give you something that has been proven. Now, listen to me. I don't know what we're in, 20 minutes in. I will tell you about something that actually has been shown to regrow cartilage. I don't care what you do with it, but holy crap, it is so gangster. You don't need to just protect what's left. You need to send in construction crews to actually fix what's there. EPC 157, 24/7, 365. It is, I told you, this is a master healing peptide. This stimulates angiogenesis, builds new blood vessels, right? Like I said, to deliver the nutrients to the disaster zone. It upregulates the genes for collagen synthesis, just like GHKCU, accelerates the repair of tendons and ligaments and cartilage and all the stuff that is breaking down around the joint. It is literally the command that says, heal this. That's how gangster this is. TB500. This is also systemic. This is stuff like normally I would tell you BPC 157 at the site, which you can. However, you don't have to at this point with this version. However, you don't have to with the way I'm setting this up. TB500, also systemic, tells repair cells throughout your entire body to migrate to every site of injury. It knows where to go. So if you go, my Tylenol knows where to go. Don't even get me started about Tylenol, by the way. All you dipshits taking it as a rebellion against POTUS. The fuck is wrong with you? You have any idea what you're doing to your fetus? Save your explanations in your Reddit research. It just makes me want to smack you in the mouth. But TB500, your Tylenol doesn't know where to go. It just hits your whole body and happens to bump into receptors. TB500 knows exactly what to do because it's speaking your body's native language. It tells all the cells that need to do their job to go to the site of injury, decreases inflammation, stimulates cartilage repair, activates mesenchymal cells, the mesenchymal stem cells. It's the cell's call to action for your body's own internal rehab crew. Now comes the copper, GHKCU. This is like a raw material. This is like a a materials manager. It stimulates, same thing, stimulates the collagen, same thing. It stimulates directly the synthesis of collagen 1 and 3 primarily, elastin, glycosaminoglycans. These are the building blocks of your cartilage and the synovial fluid, the lubricant between the joints. It's a super powerful anti-inflammatory and analgesic. It works on, it upregulates 4,000 different genes. You're not just asking the body to do some repair. You're actually giving it all the bricks, the mortar, and the function, and the blueprint to do it the right way. An inflamed joint is hypoxic. It's starved of oxygen, right? It needs oxygen. You are an oxygen. An inflamed joint is hypoxic, by the way, starved of oxygen. So the mitochondria, the little power plants, those little nuclear reactors inside all your cells, they're crippled. They're not working. So they can't produce the energy needed to repair. Meanwhile, pain signals, just so we're clear, have been amplified to, like, they got a megaphone and they're screaming at you 24/7, 365. Methylene blue. It's like mitochondrial jet fuel. It steps into the electron transport chain, the ETC, and it bypasses that traffic jam going from complex 1 to complex 4 and skipping all the crap in the middle. It's like that rush hour traffic, and you find a secret way around where you're not just moving, you're moving faster. So this is the energy production line. It makes it hyper efficient, keeps that proton gradient, which I talk about all the time. It's an electron cycler. It supercharges ATP, gives you a real fat yield is the best way to explain it every time. And it acts as probably one of the most potent antioxidants on the planet. So it mops up all the oxidative waste and garbage that's floating around because of what's going on in your body. This is why you need it. It gives the healing crew in your body all of the power they need so they can do their damn job. Now, there's something called PEA, palmitoyl ethanolamide. It's an endogenous fatty acid. Your body makes it, basically, is what I mean. Exogenous, outside, endogenous, inside. Your body makes it naturally to calm pain and inflammation. So in arthritis, the system's completely overwhelmed. So by supplementing this, you activate something called the PPAR alpha receptor, which reduces neuropathic and inflammatory pain. So you get rid of a lot of the problems simply by introducing this into your system. It's like giving your body a megaphone instead of the one that's yelling that I was talking about before to make more pain. It gives it a megaphone that says, stop the pain, and it turns off the signals. It's very effective. Now, listen to me. Before I go into any of it, there's more, but I need to explain this. If you need to change a lifestyle, you need to change your diet. If you're still eating cheeseburgers and drinking shakes that stay long after they're warm, this is a complete waste of time, money, effort, energy, all of it. You ignore all the foundational stuff, and all of these things aren't going to work. These peptides they're like my buddy Af, who's an SF guy, or my buddy Ray Cash Care, who's a Navy SEAL, or Goggins. They go in and they do their job and then they leave. That's what you want. Drugs don't do this. And before somebody again gets in my comments and starts bitching about drugs, I got nothing against pharmaceuticals when they're used to save a life. They have no business in healthcare whatsoever. None. So you have to do these things right. The Army, the Special Forces, the Navy SEALs, whatever the hell you want to call them, that's you. Those are your choices and your discipline and your follow through. It's your willingness to do the shit that's required to fix the problem. If you're going, well, isn't there just one single pill I can take? No. Is there an oral version? No, there's not. Stop it with these oral versions. I'm tired. All these peptide companies, they make me so mad because they do not work. They do not work. They do not work. Even if they do happen to make it past the gut, they trash the system. Pegylation, alpha-alkylated 7 molecules, these things destroy just to resist first-pass degradation to maintain a higher concentration of bioavailability in the body. And they destroy your body. They're so hepatotoxic, it's mind-blowing. Much more than this Coke Zero that I keep flashing here. You think I'd have a sponsor? Like these guys should write me a check for about $100 million. Honestly, I wouldn't take it. Some people, oh, bullshit, you wouldn't. And I guess we're not the same. I won't sell my integrity for any amount of money. Nothing. Listen. You need to stick to a great diet. You can't put out all of this fire while you're dumping gasoline all over it. The standard Western diet is nitromethane. Get rid of all processed foods, all sugars, all refined sugars, all real sugars. Yes, you can eat fruit, all industrial seed oil, soybean, canola, vegetable oil. All of this crap. They are the most inflammatory substances known to man. Eliminate gluten, eliminate dairy. Dairy is garbage for you, Eddie. Stop it with your dairy. If you get in my comments, go, oh, dairy is great for you. Fuck. You know what? If you go, well, it's goat's milk, not cow's milk. Still designed for an animal. You know what's really hilarious to me? If I put cartons in the refrigerator in the dairy section at the grocery store, and they all said breast milk, all of you guys would go, but it says cow's milk. I worked on a dairy farm. Let me explain how nasty cows are. With a big, long nipple. Are you nuts? All covered in crap? Smell like crap? Cool. Next time you're sucking on your wife's boob, you start thinking about that. Let me know how hard you stay. Get out of here, man. Breast milk is for humans. You guys are weird. But if you put that on there, you've been so indoctrinated. Go figure. Weird. Animal proteins, beef, lamb, fish, bone broth, organ meats, low carb. I've seen the most staggering reversions of autoimmune arthritis on a carnivore diet. And I don't promote most diets, but on that diet, I've seen astronomically successful things happen. It is the ultimate elimination diet. It removes every possible inflammatory trigger. It's not a diet. It's like therapeutic intervention. So just pay attention to me. I'm trying to help you. I don't get any money for telling you this stuff. I'm trying to give you guys advice that actually helps. Now, the other part is you need to have some controlled motion. A joint that doesn't move dies. Don't run marathons on a broken fucking leg. So walk comfortable. Remember, 16, 17-minute pace, 1 mile, no ruck, no heavy crap. Go for a walk. Go right after you eat, by the way. It'll help with all of your insulin issues. Swimming, cycling, airdyne, rower. This pumps nutrient-rich blood into the joints and stimulates synovial fluid production. If you ask me, does this work for the spine? It works for all joints. Resistance training is a must, by the way. Before you ask, yeah, you can tell I'm all worked up. So, by the way, I have one balloon. Once this lung's gone. So you can tell if you really pay attention. I'll give you a little trick. Pay attention to me. If I have to stop and take a breath, or you see me catch a stop for a second, and like right now, and I go grab my drink, it's because I'm catching my breath. Because if you don't get it, living with one lung sucks, but I don't have a choice. So I'm going to live the most badass life I can. And I still come out here and I help you. Lift weights, lift heavy. It's not hurting the arthritic joint. Lift heavy, but with perfect form. Don't be swinging your weights around. You don't need to do that with this. You got to sleep 6, 7, 8 hours. If you struggle with sleep, decent. It's a great peptide. It works very, very well. It's like anesthesia. It works so well. You need to fix the entire system. Hit everything hard and fast, high dosages. KPV, BPC 157, TB 500, GHKCU, the LDN, low dose naltrexone, right before you guys are like, what peptide's that? Methylene blue, PEA, all this stuff. You want to overwhelm the entire system, flood it with everything it needs, turn off everything it doesn't, and then drastically reduce the pain and swelling within the first 10 to 14 days. If you're going to ask me for dosages, black card. I'm tired of the conversation and the questions. I'm not putting myself at risk just because somebody wants some dosages in my Instagram. So go through it. This is something, if you think this is going to take you about a month, this is 6 months of work. Track what's going on. C-reactive protein, ESR, autoimmune markers, just repeat imaging, all the stuff this is just basic stuff. And yes, this is the time where if you have an actual doctor who wants to play the game to make you better, not one that wants to contradict everything you come up with and then go, where did you get this stuff from? Let me see this bald guy with the beard. Bullshit. Don't listen to him. Tell that doctor to fuck off. In fact, here, put him in front of me. You ready? If you're doing that with your patients, fuck off. You're a bad doctor and you're hurting people. So there you have it. You could just play him that because I think it's disgusting. Your job, above all, do no harm. Reject that model. Reject it all day long. The goal isn't to make the decline more comfortable. It's to reverse the decline entirely. Is it possible? Yes. I haven't even talked about the bonus that I was just going to bring in. Man, you guys are killing me. It's 25 after 3. I'll stay on and do it anyway. The stuff that'll actually rebuild the joint. Not just extinguish the fire and turn off the pain. This is like your job, your imperative, your life imperative is to make sure your system runs perfectly till God says you're done. You have been indoctrinated to think that getting old requires you falling apart. You have a choice. You can run with it or you can declare war on it. It's up to you. I'm not here to tell you to do either one, but I'm thinking you're crazy if you just sit down and take it up the tailpipe. The science is sound. If you're waiting for some 3-letter agency to go, okay, now it's approved, those 3-letter agencies are the ones that are putting you in a hurt locker. And you damn well know it. Why? Because your grandparents were smarter and healthier than you are. So what are you going to do about it? That's what you have to do. So listen, here, I'll even give you the real secret sauce when you're already bone on bone, because somebody's going to ask me inevitably, so I'll do it. So when an MRI looks like it's just like a nuclear war zone, like a warthog came in and just with its chain gun up front or whatever those things are called, right? And the surgeon's rubbing his hands together going, I'm going to go buy that new fucking Mercedes or whatever it is. Here's where we go from structural loss to active regeneration and regression. You've turned off all the problems. And this is going from where we are already. Turn off all the issues, stop the immune problems. Now you have to do, this is audacious, man. Rebuild the cartilage from scratch. You ready for this one? Because this is where it gets fun. You only need 2 things. And you need to command the body to grow new tissue. And you need to give it the fluid, the sliding surface that allows the joint to be a joint. Otherwise, it's just 2 hard surfaces. Make sense? Because you have this little bag. The bag holds the fluid. There's a cartilage surface, hyaline cartilage, slippery on either side, and it allows the joint to glide past itself. Put in some lubricant in there and bam, you got a good joint. AOD 9604. I've never even talked about this before, but this stuff is so gangster. Listen, forget everything. It's not growth hormone. Forget everything you know about growth hormone right now. Just turn your head to the side, knock it all out. This is different. AOD 9604 is a fragment of the growth hormone molecule specifically. It's the part that signals fat metabolism and tissue repair. But listen to me. It has a very unique and very, very powerful affinity for something called a chondrocyte. Chondrocytes are the cells that produce cartilage. AOD 9604 just needs to be, I almost don't want to say this, because then I have to change what I'm saying. Oh, this is not meant to cure, treat, diagnose, triage, advise. It's just entertaining, hypothetical, and just for education. If you know, you know. Now I can say it, even though I don't really want to. You have to inject it near the site. It doesn't have to be in the joint. It's better if it's in the joint. Do not fuck with that yourself. If you miss, you'll know. Don't do that. Just near the joint is fine. It's a very precise tool. It binds to the receptors on the dormant chondrocytes and goes, hey, wake up! Yeah, it's like that. It upregulates collagen type 2 synthesis, which is the specific type of collagen that forms the structural matrix of your articular cartilage. Remember I said articular cartilage is on the surface of joints, and it stimulates the production of proteoglycans, which act like a sponge to hold water and give cartilage that spongy, shock-absorbing quality that they have. If you didn't know they have it, now you do. Think of it like this. If BPC 157 and TB 500 are the healing techs that come in and show up to the site, AOD 96 is the engineer that's handing them, or the architect, I guess, whatever, handing them the specific blueprints for building what type of cartilage is supposed to be built. They're like, do this exactly. And the next one is you need to put in something that's like a liquid ball bearing, hyaluronic acid. And you may know of it, you may not. People talk about it when it comes to cosmetics, etc. But you have the most perfectly engineered cartilage in the world, but without any lubrication. It's going to grind itself into a fine powder again. So you can't just do one. This is why you guys go, if I had to take one, none, don't. Because when I'm building something, it's to fix the problem, not give you a patch. Synovial fluid loses its viscosity and all the shock absorbing properties with age and inflammation. It becomes thin and watery. It's supposed to be thick and viscous. So the standard of care, just so you know, is what's called a rooster comb injection. It's a few expensive shots of external hyaluronic acid that provide a very temporary and very wasteful cushioning. We're not doing that. That's not going to work. You are going to tell your body to command its own much higher grade, much higher quality, much more effective native hyaluronic acid. It's an oral hyaluronic acid, but it has to be what's called high molecular weight. If you want to get into this, I'm going to tell you black card. I don't have time to do it right now because I have a webinar to do. And honestly, there's some other thing I'm not putting myself on the limelight. So listen, before I get it, because I could just stop right here. The latest science shows, the most recent studies, we're talking 2025, shows that orally taken ingested hyaluronic acid at a sufficient enough dose and a high enough molecular weight, it's just like the oil you put in your Porsche, is absorbed intact, enters the bloodstream, and is I love this part, selectively taken up by joint tissue. It doesn't just lubricate, it acts as a signaling molecule, tells your synovial cells to ramp up production of your own endogenous hyaluronic acid. How badass is this? It reduces the expression of inflammatory cytokines right in the joint. This is the stuff. How many of you have heard of this? Nobody. Yeah. We're not just adding this temporary rooster comb fucking treatment of injections that's gone in 4 to 6 weeks. It's temporary. We're flipping on the genetic switch to tell your body to become a factory for its own perfectly orchestrated and engineered lubricant. Your body makes the right molecule. That's why I'm telling you peptides are such a cool thing, because they tell your body to make its own stuff. You have the greatest pharmacy that makes the right quantity, the greatest quality at the right dosage to the right target organ and the right amount of time that it does it. And it's open 24 hours a day. And you guys are reaching for bottles of pills. I'm not saying when they're necessary, they're not necessary, but most of the time they're unnecessary. Here's the synergy between these two. AOD 9604 it builds the new brick and mortar structure of the cartilage, right? It puts together that cartilage. Oral hyaluronic acid, high molecular weight. It's important. I can't stress that enough. Just don't go buy it on Amazon because you may as well just stop. Gives the constant flowing oil that allows the new structure to move without friction. It glides past itself. This is the ultimate hack for structural regen, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. probably should have gate kept this a little bit because I probably could have charged a lot of money for it. But see, I'm not a dick. It's my duty to help you guys, man. This is how you go from bone on bone to building a whole new joint. This is a 6 to 9 month process. If you think, how much do I need? 6 to 9 months. If you go, hey, is Elite Biogenics going to carry it? Absolutely. Why? Because I'm in the business of helping people have a better life and repair the damage caused by the idiots that don't give a shit about your life and all the Karens in the world that try and get in the way and challenge what you're doing. This is how you tell the surgeon to put his knife away, or her knife. If it's necessary, it's necessary. But most of the time it's not. I would exhaust every option, just my opinion. Understand the future of medicine isn't matching decline, you guys. It's demanding your body regenerate itself the way it's designed. You got the whole blueprint now. I gave it all. Like, I didn't gatekeep a damn thing. I gave it all to you. But listen, I got to go. Hope you got something. Never miss.